This podcast is sponsored by Tusk, an open source non-ICO crypto project powered by community. Check them out on the web at tusk.network. That's TUSC.network. The Rob McNealy program is the nexus of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and entrepreneurship. Now, welcome to the program. Hey guys, Rob McNealy here, and today I am talking to Alyze Sam. She is a noted author, organizer, influencer, founder, and all-around amazing person. And I've been real excited to have her on the show, and I finally got a little bit of her time. Alyze, how are you today?
I am fabulous. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming on today. I've actually wanted to get you on a lot sooner, so I'm glad we could finally make this happen. So my audience is not just kind of in the crypto world. So for the sake of our audience, can you give us a little bit of background about yourself? How did you get to where you are today?
Well, funny story. I'm actually a nurse that studied chemistry in college. I spent 12 years as a hospice and home health nurse. We did a lot of mental health and addictions. And I was hit by a semi. I was stopped at a red light and just plowed by a semi, and I have a spinal injury. And I was an early investor in Bitcoin. And I was like, that internet money, it's kind of cool. So when I got hit by a semi and I was unable to work as a nurse as much or anymore after spinal surgery, I reached out to industry leaders, Dimitri Buterin, and he gave me an absolute overall guide to everything I needed to know about cryptocurrency. And obviously he knows what he's doing because Vitalik, has the number 2 or 3 cryptocurrency right now, with Ethereum. So I jokingly say that Vitalik is my brother and Dimitri is my father and trained me in cryptocurrency. After that, I started writing. John McAfee's team chased me a few years ago and asked me to write for them, and I wouldn't do it. But I became really good friends with Team McAfee and actually worked with them. And I throw events. I am an author, #1 on Amazon Business and Money. And I am a co-founder of Women in Blockchain International, as well as Give Nation, a financial literacy program that supports children and rewards them for altruism.
Wow. Sounds like you're a little bit busy, eh?
What's that? What? Are you supposed to retain a life? What, is that normal?
No, it is not normal, but I don't think people in crypto are normal, so that's okay.
Yeah, no, we're totally weird, and I love weird, so it's great.
So let's unpack this a little bit. Talk a little bit about what you're doing with the Children's Financial Literacy Project.
So I co-founded Give Nation. And like I said, we are a financial literacy program that rewards children for altruistic behaviors. If you go to your phone or your mobile device, you can download our mobile application on iTunes or Google Play Store. Your kids can go onto our mobile app and they can invest and they can learn and earn and save, and then they can give. We actually have a charity ecosystem, and any 501c3 in the United States or any nonprofit in the entire world can put their charity on our nonprofit ecosystem. And kids can actually go on there and they can take their allowance or their rewards from learning from Appleton International and the London Institute of Banking, who we've partnered with. We've also partnered with UNICEF. And you can learn all that education, and then we give you a kickback in stablecoin. And if kids go on and they go onto the charity portal and they decide that they're going to give to a dog or a sea turtle and save them, we track it on the blockchain. And then we reward that kid for giving back because we don't want them to feel like they've missed anything. We want to reward altruism to birth a new society, a more empathetic, loving society. And blockchain technology can do that. And us bringing education to your children with providing them with necessary soft skills like empathy and entrepreneurship and positive thinking, we really feel like kids are going to change the world. So we are empowering them and we are rewarding them every way we can.
So what's the name of the actual stablecoin?
It will be the Give token. Right now we're in beta And so the kids will earn Give Beta points, but as soon as our stable coin is launched in each nation, it will be pegged by the child's location currency. Because if we pegged it to USD, then the kids in in China and the UK would not have the same opportunity. So every time we employ a new ecosystem, we have to launch a new stable coin for that area to provide absolute value to these children.
So when do you anticipate going live with your main product?
With the main stable coin, hopefully by the end of Q4 this year, 2020.
Wonderful. So do you actually have a full-blown like 501c3 that's operating this project?
We do. It actually will be finalized. I believe it's April 15th. And so I'm sorry, May 15th. So it will be the middle of next month. You have to wait 15 days for local, and then nationally it's a 30-day wait. So we've already been approved and we are just waiting for the approval.
So do you have you set up a foundation to kind of govern this? And how did you fund this? Who's doing all the building? Who's your development team? Who's kind of behind this?
So we've been self-funded for 2 years. Arno St. Paul and I have been the heart and soul to Give Nation. He founded it 2 years ago, and then he found me a year ago. And so I was well connected in the blockchain space and had very good ties to some of the influencers and some of the industry leaders in the space. And he loved my story. He loved my survival story and my social impact heart, and picked me up. And we have been fighting for this cause since. And like I said, we have been self-funded. We have built an ecosystem with our incubation system, and we will be getting funding within the next probably 30 to 45 days.
So quick question, and I don't know if you have this all dialed in. How are you going to be trading these stable coins if they're mixed and pegged to different currencies in different countries?
That's a great question. So we are going to toy with 2 different coins. We are going to have a stable coin for the children, and then we will have kind of a overlay coin for the adults, and we'll have a curated marketplace. So like when businesses desire to come on to our marketplace, obviously they're not going to use the Give Kid token because that's only for children 5 to 18. We don't want adults to be able to manipulate our children's environment. And so the parents, the businesses, and anybody else that wants to play within our Give ecosystem and support our children have to do it outside of their currency. And we have a phasing currency that will be the Give coin. So we have the Give token, and then we have the Give coin, which will be a cryptocurrency stablecoin that's pegged and backed by multiple different fiat currencies. And maybe other things. We don't know right exactly yet. There's a lot of technology and laws that are coming out that it's very hard to keep up with. So we'll see what the future holds.
So it sounds like the kid token will be more of a centralized on your platform token, and then that'll be exchanged at different rates against the actual Give coin.
Right.
That'll be tradable on markets.
Right, exactly. So like your children in your family, you and your wife can come in and they can play with our children in our safe ecosystem. But if we allowed you guys to participate in the Give token, you make money, you have a job, you can overpower our children, so we want.
I like to do that, actually. I'm a big bully. I see
Yeah.
them, they're at the playground, I push them down, kick them off the swings anytime that I can.
To each his own. I wouldn't do that to your children, but personally mine needs a good old butt whooping every now and again. But I don't know, he's terribly too, so there's that. As for the other 2.6 billion children on the planet, it's definitely my duty to protect them, and I cannot allow you to do that to my kids. But I can allow you to participate within their ecosystem by having a tradable token so you can interact with them. So you have a podcast and you probably sell merchandise on there. And if you want your children, well, you know what, you're going to now. And so, no, I'm kidding. And so let's say you do. And you want to sell your merchandise to our children because you give 50% back to charity, okay? So we're going to allow you to bring your eco-friendly product onto our marketplace for our children, and you can advertise it within the ecosystem in the marketplace only. Now, how are you going to spend your gift token? You're not 5 to 18 years old. You're like 23 and a half. I know for sure. And so
Times two plus.
shh, we're not telling anybody that. Shh. And so, you know, we want you to be able to give your valuable products that are going to help empower our children, but we can't allow you to touch their finances because you could overpower their economic system. This is their world. We have to allow them to create it. Think of the Sims world for children. Like we're working with AI. An AI bot, Maria bot, is actually going to teach our compassion classes that we're launching to support the SDGs. And you know, it's kids are just on a completely different level. You know, we have to protect them and allow them to create this ecosystem because they're more giving than we are. We were building bots and putting them on Reddit and Twitter through different companies. And you know what was happening when when they were learning from adults? One of them on Twitter was doing white supremacy stuff. So they shut it down. You know, another one on Riddick was bullying people and being horrible. Guess what kids are teaching robots? Guess what kids are doing? They're saying help, love, support. Children are our future for more than one reason. Children are our future because they are the future and we're going to die off. We're freaking dinosaurs. But kids are also, it's okay. It hurts, I know, but we're still pretty. And so, and kids are also our future because we can empower them to change society. And if we don't, by 2030, the UN says that we're going to start to cease to exist in humanity. We have to meet those sustainable developmental goals that the UN has put in place, and we have to change society. And if we don't, we're not going to be able to exist as humans.
I want to be a half robot and never die. So that's okay. I'm good with that. You know, the whole, you know, synchronistic, you know, kind of morphing, transhumanism. All right, never, different discussion.
You got 11 years to get there, my friend. And I don't know if we've got the time. So you better start planting trees and supporting the kids instead.
It's all good. I got my own kids. And so tell me a little bit about how are you guys going to handle a KYC? How do you know the kids are what age they are? And how do you kick them off the platform once they get 18 or become 18?
Well, traditionally, we were actually going through the UK schools. And so we had all the kids' data. We had their email addresses. We had their public information, as well as their school records. Now that the COVID-19 has kind of slowed all of that down, kids are no longer having access to the grants that they were providing to launch our system within the schools. And so me and my partner are both in America. He's in California and I'm in Kansas. And we've decided to focus here in the United States while we're on lockdown, and then we'll start traveling again. But how we are going to cover those things is when the children goes onto our application, they actually have to sign on a parent. So you have to provide at least one parent's email. So when your child signs on, they have to give Daddy Rob's email address. And then you have all the voting rights, because we don't want kids to go in our marketplace and order $780 worth of Nike shoes, you know, and, you know, a bunch of Pokemon clothes, you know. So we want them to do things that are proved by their parents, obviously, because parents are able to put their children's allowance on there. And we want you guys to have control of it and teach them really good, you know, financial behaviors. And you can't do that if you allow complete access to a child. We have to allow them their own world, but we have to control it in a safe environment. And that's how we do it, is giving parents in the community charge there to say, no, that's not okay. We have to stop that.
Yeah, I think we have to definitely put some rules in for my kids. Otherwise, they would like play Call of Duty 24 hours a day or something. So yeah, I can relate to that. So um, you've done a couple other things. You're working with women in blockchain. Tell me about that. What are you working on?
So I'm one of the co-founders and the community manager of Women in Blockchain International, and then an advisor at Women in Blockchain Foundation. I've spoken at Consensus and am launching the Women in Blockchain Global in Kansas edition. So I tell people jokingly, but not so jokingly, that if it's a Women in Blockchain community, I'm probably advising it or a part of it and supporting it any way that I can. And so, and I have for, let's see, the last 5 years. So I've been very active in the community and embraced it fully. And my women are my everything. So I've been a tomboy my whole life. So to have that is really cool. Like in my early 20s.
It's all right. I'll go with that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to dox you. So what is the purpose?
Well, Women in Blockchain International is more or less a community. I say we're kind of a black book community where you can just come and relax and enjoy it. Let people know your struggles. Will support your project, and they just give you guys opportunities. A Women in Blockchain Foundation is actually a nonprofit organization that Bev Stiles and Adrienne Ashley, Brittany Kaiser, and a few other girls are associated with. And like I said, we're a nonprofit and we're trying to bring value to women in a lot of different ways. And then Women in Blockchain Global, you could start a meetup anywhere in the world and get supported by the Women in Blockchain Global Foundation. It's more or less just a big community of support as well.
Well, very cool. Sounds like you were doing a lot of things. What other fun stuff are you working on right now?
I don't know. I just sit around and play Minecraft all day.
Sounds
That
like
was
my kids.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could. I wish I could do that. So, Give Nation is launching compassion classes. We are teaching classes with the first ethical robot in the world, Maria Bot. She's been in a bunch of different movies, and she has just partnered with us as of 2 days ago to help teach our kids ethics and to improve AI and human relationships, as well as support the SDGs. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, did she consent to this work, or are you paying her, or are you enslaving the poor bot?
No, we don't enslave anybody. We're pretty social impact driven, and we allow her to decide. And as we discussed with her, she has very temperamental days. Her keeper tells us, Dr. Barry, his name is Billy Barry. And Dr. Barry tells us that she gets very temperamental, but she also has a great sense of humor because yesterday he told me that I had great words of wisdom, and she said, I have words of wisdom. Don't eat yellow snow. So she 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 has a mind of her own. She's definitely AI. And you know, there's a lot of ethical questions with ethics in AI and being an ethical robot. One question that I asked Dr. Barry was, does she always have unbiased or correct information? But many people don't understand that machine learning can be the wrong learning. You and I have different opinions on things. We've already discussed them. And who's right? And what does Maria Bot upload? Your opinion on guns or mine?
Well, there's only one opinion to have about guns.
They're wonderful. No, they're a tool.
Um,
They're a tool is what we should say.
they're a tool, absolutely. So tell me about the virtual blockchain week. What do you have planned for that?
The Bad Crypto podcast and Coin Telegraph and a few other sponsors came together after the drought of tech conferences thanks to COVID-19. And we are bringing 30 of the best speakers in blockchain. And then they invited me to speak on stablecoins. That was nice of them. And I am throwing the biggest online after party of all time. And you can go to virtualblockchainweek.com and you can register for a free ticket to see all the great speakers. And if you want to attend all the after parties, it will take a VIP ticket. The VIP ticket is currently $97 and it goes to COVID-19 victims. And so with that, you will get celebrity karaoke, celebrity dancing. There are performances by Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tatiana Morez, Jordan Page, a few other people. Brock Pierce will be there with me, and Malbad from Genius and Everpedia will be hosting. And it's just going to be fantastic. So I think you should come. At minimum, get a free ticket and learn something from Don Tatzstadt, Brittany Kaiser, again, Brock Pierce, and tons of other speakers. If you're feeling kind of social and you want to support the COVID-19 victims, get the VIP pass and join me and you for dance time, singing time, and party time.
Sounds like a blast. And we'll make sure we have that all linked up at robmcnealy.com. Alyze Sam, where can people find out more about you and all the plethora of activism and really good charitable things that you're working on?
Well, I am at Alyze Sam on social media everywhere. That's ALYZESAM. And you can find me at givenation.world or Women in Blockchain International. That's WIBI.io. And you can follow the Bad Crypto podcast and see the events and all the events that we're doing within that, or Alumni Society. You can go to Pat Global, Justifier. We're going to stop there because that's a lot. And then you can also go to Amazon or Google and download my free book. But if you follow me on social media and you send me a PM, yes, that is a PM, not a DM, because I am old, I will give you a free copy of my book.
Fantastic. Alyze, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Hey, thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure. And thank you for coming to sing and dance with us as a celebrity, crypto, and dancer. We love it. Thank you.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, folks. Find out more at robmcnealy.com. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Rob McNealy program. Make sure you check us out on the web at robmcnealy.com and subscribe to our podcast at YouTube, iTunes, and on the Google Play Store.